a early AM after midnight JRPG hour live stream of the Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. Got it Friday. Didn't power it up till today. Which is technically Monday. Yeah, picked it up at the GameStop, because you rarely find like Legend of Cold Steel, or in this case Trails from Zero, used. Now that's not to say you can't find them. I did for a while. You could find Legend of Cold Steel 3. I think NIS printed a lot of those copies. It was a well-hyped game, so there's a lot of copies of Legend of Cold. You don't find 4 used that often. Reverie, you don't find no copies of Reverie used in my area, but one of my local GameStops have a new copy if you feel like paying like $59.99. But Trails from Zero, found it in the used game section, and I was shocked. And I figured if I didn't buy it, I would probably never buy this game. I would probably never see it used again. I was surprised it lasted a week to the point I could pick it up. So I said, screw it, let's give it a shot. Granted, I have never beaten a Legend of NIS titles. I tried playing them on stream, never got any interest in those live streams. I did have Legend of Cold Steel 1 and 2, the remasters on the PS4. They collected dust, tried playing them. They are medium-paced RPGs, meaning you're gonna get a lot of strong characterization used to go that route, but you're going to get a lot of world building and a lot of character development, and that's going to take probably half of your playtime going through a lot of the story and things like that. My dumbass traded 1 and 2 in because I had the collector's editions. That was the only way you can get those 2 games. They came with a soundtrack. I think one came with like a coin, a medallion. And now I think the second one goes for around $200. The first one goes for around $100, $150. Unless it's like you can still buy the British versions hella cheap, but the American versions are hella expensive. Knowing what I know now, I would have held on to them. But I did, I believe, early last year, me and my cousin, we went on a retro gaming run. So we went up to Sacramento, and I found Legend of Cold Steel 1 and 2 for the PS3. And I ended up getting those for like $40 each. You know, so I ended up paying like $80. Well, I traded in stuff, so I didn't have to pay out of pocket. Both games were complete. Case, manual, disc in good shape, so I didn't feel bad about paying $40 each for those 2 games. The only thing that sucks is that, since my day job, I don't know if I said this, my day job now, you know, just part-time, just to get out the house, stop being a hermit, and just drawing shit all day, is at GameStop. And they have the first game for $20, but it's not complete. It's just the disc and a generic case and that kind of thing. And I feel like kind of an idiot, because I'm sure if the game was complete, it would still be roughly $20 for the first Legend of Steel game for the PS3. But, you know, I don't regret the purchase. So I got hard copies of 1 and 2 for the PS3. I got a digital version of Tales of Cold Steel 3 on the PS4, which I got on the sale for like $15. Right now, I think they're selling like 1 and 2 Trails of Cold Steel like hella cheap. But it's like, do I want to buy this? Do I want to buy those 2 games for the 3rd time? No, not really. Long story short, I've been gabbing for 5 minutes. But let's get this same started. I know this is kind of a prequel. This is the Cross Bell. Don't quote me on this. I could be batshit wrong. I know it's like, I think it's like pseudo 2D, 2.5D sprites, 3D backgrounds kind of thing. Let's give it a shot. Who knows? I could return it. I still could technically still return this game, because a lot of these times these games do collect dust. I know that sucks for people who are fans of these games. They love these games. These games get hella hyped to the point where I'm almost to believe that it just has a very vocal niche fan base, just overhyping and overrating these JRPGs. That's not to say they're not good JRPGs. Like I said, I put in at least 30 to 40 hours between 1, 2, and 3 playing them off and on. I even played a little bit of 4 before it collected dust and I ended up trading it in. Like I said, a lot of character and world building, which people love about these games, and the fact that they kind of have that whole MCU vibes where all the games connect. There's a whole, overarching narrative with all the games in the series, even including this one, because there's characters in this game that do appear in Legends of Cold Steel 3 and 4 in Reverie. So all the characters and the little arcs are all connected. But let's get this started. I rambled on for 6 minutes of this first hour. Probably only going to play this an hour, because like I said, it is late at night. Unless this game is that godlike, that'll keep me playing. Drink a little bit of tea. Wish the heater would come on. Getting kind of chilly in my room. Funny thing is, I could even close my window. But let's see what it do. New game. Wait, let me check my options. I always check my options before I start these games just to see what options we got. Alright, options, whatever. Alright, let's start the game. Yep, got the little 2.5D 3D kind of sprites, 3D backgrounds. At least we got some voice, sounds like. Turn my volume a little bit. And the crazy things, another crazy thing is some of these games start later in the game, around halfway or near the end of the game. They'll start with the little storylines or whatever. It's not like the typical RPG where you wake up in a bed, small town, you get introduced to characters, and then you start going on your adventures. Sometimes these games show up in mid or late plot in the story, which is why we got like our full party of 4 characters. So like we got a kind of our taciturn, terse kind of character with the little cat ears on her hair, blue hair. Like we got her kind of prissy, noble, spoiled girl who's tough and brave kind of archetype character. I don't really know what kind of characters this is, but I know in Tales of Cold Steel 3, he's kind of have that older brother, mature type of guy, but he's kind of aloof, likes to flirt with the ladies, and he looks like the serious, I'm the hero, main male protagonist kind of character. Oh, and by the way, this version of the game is the deluxe edition. It came with a little book or dossier on all the characters. And yeah, they're typical kind of archetypical kind of characters and cliches or whatever. But let's continue. Alright, let's see what level they are. Nope, that's not the start button. Can't use the start button? But... okay. I can swing my little sword thingy. Oh, there's a square. Yep, like I said, late game. Probably middle of the game. Or close to end game. But it's right out of the pinnacle plot. They kind of start the game. It seems like in certain... it look like NIS or whatever. I think it's Falcom. What are they? Falcom? Yeah, Falcom. They kind of beat this kind of little way of telling the story to death. They beat it like a dead horse. I'm sure some people will watch this and probably be like, man, why are you hating? I'm not hating, I'm just being a snarky bastard. It's called snark. And plus, I'm an older dude. It's like I've pretty much been there, done that. Have a little experience with these games, so I paid money for the game, so I can take some snark jabs at it. Alright. I think this game came out on a PSP originally. I could be wrong. Might have to look up a wiki. Cause it's like something that would be on a PSP. Oh, they're speaking Japanese. I wonder if I could change the language to English. But I heard this one, I don't think got an English dub, which kind of I think pissed some people off. What was another thing? What was another issue with this game? I could have sworn I heard about. I heard there was like maybe some mistranslations, probably some censorship. I also believe this came out on the Switch. And, you know, there was some changes in that one as well. Not the road to Gehenna. Yeah, I hate when they just bring you in mid-game. So they talk all this stuff. You don't know what the hell is going on. You're probably going to go through like maybe a 30 to an hour long tutorial, but you're doing it during the mid or end game, you know, part of the plot. And I guess they figured you were going to play and stick around for the long haul and play up to this point and everything will make sense. But as a player who's either new or don't really care for this type of storytelling, it could rub you the wrong way. It'll be like, oh man, I don't know these characters. I don't know why you got me started at this point. They're throwing you to the wolves with some of the battle mechanics. I know in 3 they didn't really teach you shit. They expected you to know. They start you like, I think at a pivotal turning point of the game, and you'll go through an hour of that, and then they'll flash back, you know, to the male protagonist, and then you're getting introduced to the other characters and stuff like that. And they figure you'll play through it, you'll grow with these other characters, you'll get the overarching story. But Yeah, it is what it is. Been through this type of storytelling before. But like I said, you know, some of these games, they expect you to know. You got to play the other games, otherwise you're going to be kind of lost. But Trails of Cold Steel is a good jumping on point, but you got to play the first game first, then play the second game. It's like if you decide to like use 3 as a jumping point, you can. But when they start introducing the old characters from 1 and 2, you're going to be like kind of like, who the fuck are these people? How they got connections with this dude and that kind of shit. But it is what it is. Lloyd, old son. Lloyd, old son. Alright, let me make sure my live stream's up and running, because I don't want to do all this babbling and nothing's getting shown on YouTube. Granted, it's Monday, start of Monday in the AM, so I'm sure everybody's asleep. That's why I don't have no viewers, which is fine. Just horrible timing. People got to work tomorrow. People got school. Only people who are either non-functional, work late nights, and don't gotta be up early in the morning or be up this late on a Sunday. Find me. Okay, that's different. We didn't even have to go through the dungeon. I admit, I did like the old school look at the graphics. Kind of chibi, got the big heads, which is ironic considering that I didn't really care for Final Fantasy IX. I got tired of the whole chibi look at a certain point in the late 90s. I wanted my characters to look more adult proportions and things like that. But yeah, let me check if my live stream is up and running. Okay, it is up and running. Cool. Let me turn the volume down. There we go. Bam. Alrighty. Yeah, this definitely looks like a PSP game. Them sexy ladies. Grandpa tried to say you over here having a wet dream. I don't know, I would kind of be random people that don't know me just offering lemonade. Oh man. Oh, she got a whole bottle. I don't know. You kind of elderly. That might not be lemonade in that bottle, man.
しばらく外国で暮らしていたんだけど戻ってくることになったんだ。そういうおじいさんたちもやっぱりクロスベル出身？
共和国方面を旅行してちょうど戻ってきたところじゃ。
At least they made the text readable when I don't have to squint my eyes to read it.
しかしそういうことなら今のクロスベルを見たら驚くかもしれんな。
そうですね。ここ2、3年で街並みも結構変わってしまって。
やっぱりそうか。実は最近何度か列車でクロスベル市を通り過ぎたんだけど、ずいぶん背の高い建物が建つようになったみたいだね。
もともとクロスベルは大陸有数の貿易都市の一つじゃ。金融業も発達していたため諸外国から宮が集まり一昨年の汽船条約以来その流れが加速したようだな。莫大なミラの投資対象としてデパートやらオフィスビルやらが次々と建てられているんじゃよ。
いろいろ便利になったのはいいけれど、少し目まぐるしくなったわ。誰もがみんな時間とミラ儲けに追われるようになったというか。あら、ごめんなさいね。せっかく帰ってきてくれたのに悪いこと言ってしまったかしら。
いや、気にしないでよ。手紙でいろいろと聞いているし、それにどんなに変わったとしてもクロスベルはクロスベルだから。
そう。若いのに分かってるな。それに引き換え最近の政治家どもときたらいや、帝国派だのやれ共和国派だな。なぜばかり繰り広げようって。
Yeah, sounds similar to what's going on now.
もはや信頼できる
Well, here in the States.
マクダイル少子からなんね。
おじいさん、おじいさん。ごめんなさいね。この人と来たら政治の話になるともう我を忘れてしまって。
いや、勉強になるよ。外国でもクロスベルタイムズを取り寄せていたんだけど、実際に話を聞いてみないと本当のところはわからないから。
お前さんもクロスベルタイムズの愛読者か。多少ミーハーなところもあるがなかなかいい記事を書く雑誌じゃな。少し自治州行政の問題点に突っ込んでほしいところだが。
なるほど。やっぱりいろいろあるみたいだね。
各方面への定期飛行船をご利用のお客様はお乗り換えください。 なお大陸鉄道公社規約に基づき当列車はクロスベリ駅にて30分ほど停車させていただきます。ベレボニア方面に向かわれる方は入国申請書をご記入の上人間館への提出をお願いいたします。
到着のようじゃな。警告軍人の顔など見たくもないし、ただ下見をするとしようか。
そうだね。あれから3年か。セシルメイトは何度か動力通信を
I guess I could say it's a spoiler. Like I said, I played Charles of Cold Steel 3, so I kinda know what happens to Crossbell, and I think, I don't know, this is before the events, but I know at a certain point I think Imperials just occupied Crossbell, and I think at some point Crossbell gains its independence. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. I didn't get too far in the games to know all the lore. But I think Crossbell lost. They actually did get occupied, no matter how much fight they put up. Alright, cue the anime intro theme music. Ooh, wow, jiggle physics. Or the little illustrations. Interesting. But I believe this game came out early 2010s, probably in Japan. Don't quote me on this. I need to start Googling this information first before I start talking about it, but Prologue, Special Support Section. Or is it Prologue? Huh. I don't know, all the freaking, well, I got far enough in Trails of Cold Steel 3 where they did recreate this city in 3, you know, this little plaza. So that's why I'm like, this looks familiar. I did get far enough in the game to where the characters did come to Cross Bell.
デパートなんか。あれ、そっちの建物は
去年オープンしたばかりのオーバルストア。
Yeah, this game is definitely old school because you got the walking in place NPCs.
最新の動力製品から動力車まで扱っておる店舗でな。帝国製、共和国製、リベール製、エプスタイン製、すべて扱っておるぞ。
はあ、大したもんだね。それに結構車も増えたみたいだ。3年前はほとんど見かけなかったんだけど。
お金持ちにしか縁がないものだとは思うけど、動力ブスの本数が増えたのは正直ありがたいわね。南にある病院方面なんか30分ごとに走っているのよ。
へえ、それは便利になったね。そうか、3年目そこまで変わったんだ。
さてと、ここまででいいぞ。就職先に顔を出すんじゃろ。
せっかくだから家まで運ばせてもらおうと思ったけど。
あら、ダメですよ。せっかくの初出勤、遅刻でもしたらどうする？
さあさあ、何事も初めが肝心じゃ。
確かにそうだね。
しかし戻ってきたばかりですぐ東通りでよければ下宿先は紹介できると思うが。
なあ、気持ちはありがたいけど寮が用意されているらしいんだ。送った荷物もそちらに届いているはずだよ。
はは、そうじゃったか。
私たちは東通りの外れの方で暮らしているの。何か困ったことがあったらいつでも頼ってらっしゃいな。
ありがとう。落ち着いたら挨拶に伺わせてもらうよ。
あ、しっかりな。
それじゃあまた。
Ooh, this would have been a perfect game to play on a rainy day, which was roughly a week ago here in California. We've been having some pretty good days the last 4 or 5 days. Even though they said we were supposed to get rain this week, we didn't get barely any cloud cover. Then again, I'm in NorCal.
あの雑居ビルちゃんと残っていたんだ。確かクロスベルタイムズが入っていたはずだけど。懐かしいけどこの街並みじゃ浮いてるよな。さてと、そろそろ時間が。特務支援課、警察学校のカリキュラムじゃ聞かなかった名前だけど、まだ制服も受け取ってないし、どういう部署なの？まあいい。とにかく 行けばわかるよ。さすがに警察の場所までは変わってないだろうし。よし、初出勤と行きますか。クロスベル警察、前にも何度か訪ねてるけど、ここが今日から俺の職場になるんだな。さてと、まずは受付に挨拶しておこう。
Man, this reminds me when I played like some obscure Japanese games on my Sega Saturn. Yeah, you get the little anime illustrations and that sucker's large. Woo! And of course, he's one of those special individuals who's basically assigned to a subdivision of the police force, or in the case of Treasure Cold Steel, the students, your main characters, were recruited to be in a different class and not really a part of the main classes on the school. So yeah, it's I haven't played all these games, but there's enough cliches to where it's like, oh, of course. No, you did get assigned to the police department. You got assigned to whatever special division. That's probably not on record.
Yeah, 運が良かっただけですよ。それに今回試験を受けたのは自分だけだったみたいだし。
またまた謙遜しないでくださいよ。でもおかしいですね。だったらこちらにも連絡が来てるはずですけど。どちらの部署に配属される予定なんですか？
はあ、それが特務支援課っていう部署らしいんですけど。
Yep, special support section.
特務支援課？あれ？そんな部署ありましたっけ？
Yep. No one else was supposed to know about the special support section. It was a secret. That's what makes it special. It doesn't exist.
どこかでその名前を聞いたことがあるような、ないような。
He was watching on camera the whole time. And his name is Sergey. At least they have, like, I don't know. Japanese has a weird fetish for having weird Western European characters and names in anime and in JRPGs. But at least these aren't too crazy. Most of the time you'll get like the case with what Attack on Titan, a lot of characters got these German names, German last names. They'll pick some European country and just take names from that country or whatever, and it's like, man, at least the names are kind of normal, not like in some freaking animes I watch where you get a character name, oh, my name is Hazel Hackenlink or some kind of weird shit, and you're like, what the fuck kind of name is that? Man, he said, hard to say if this team will last any longer than half a year. Wow. He has no hope for this squad. So this game got it used for $44.99, so it's probably $50, $49.99 brand new. But most of these titles hold their value unless it's like Legend of Cold Steel 3. Like I said, they made a lot of copies of that game. They're still uncommon games to find used though, but you're most likely to find a Legend of Cold Steel 3 than any other game. Lucked out finding a used copy of this one. Because I know GameStop, they probably only order them according to pre-orders, and they'll probably have one store copy, and it'll get sold out, and you'll never see this game in the store. Unless a used copy once the Blue Moon shows up. Yep, so his name is Lloyd Bannings. It's not too crazy. Alright, let's see what this motley crew looks like. Man, it feels like I'm playing like an old freaking Sega Saturn. Cause I remember I had like a game with Shining Force 3. Has a similar sprites and almost character design. Just a lot more voice work. Alright. We're getting a full crew right off the bat. Well, that's how quite a few of the other games I played started out. You'll get your team members right off the bat. And I saw a lot of them in 3 of this guy, the rare-haired young man. You're not a part of the CPD. Like I said, you're the special support section.
あ、いや、それにしたって若すぎる子もいるような。
どうした？名前と出身だけでいい。
すみません。ロイド・バリンクス。ここクロスベル市の出身です。
At least they got a voice actor that can pronounce like the English words, like these English names well. He said it pretty much well. That's good.
しばらくの間、外国で暮らしていたんですけど。
And how abroad were you living?
この度、警察に入るにあたり、戻ってくることになりました。これからよろしくお願いします。真面目だね。俺はランディ・オルランド。
Randy Orlando da.
趣味はナンパ、ギャンブル、グラビア雑誌の監修ってところだ。
Ah, he loves the girly mags, huh? Reading them Playboys, flirting with the ladies.
お前さんには俺の秘蔵コレクションからとっておきを貸してやるよ。
Is that your what?
はじめまして、エリー・マクダールです。
What did she say? Did she say Airy McDowell? I don't know. Japanese tend to get their L and R's pronunciations flip flop.
あなたと同じクロスベル市の出身です。よろしくお願いしますね。
ああ。
どうも、ティオプラとレモン自治州から来ました。
Yeah, then we got that character that basically Asuka from no, what was Asuka? What's that bitch's name? Not Asuka. Ray. Ray set the standard for these type of characters. These kind of almost emotionless, kind of have that voice that these characters all have. They're kind of yeah. So you're gonna get this type of character, of course. The Rei Ayanami archetype. Whew, man, now I feel old because Evangelion was like probably the most controversial anime, and it opened the floodgates as far as the anime wave here in the States, along with Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, some other stuff, and animes came out a good 5 or 6 years before they started coming on Toonami. Actually, some were actually older than that, like Tenchi Muyo was definitely like early 90s. You're talking like 91, 92. Yeah, what is the special support section? Yep, all these 16-year-olds, probably except for the redhead guy. They're young enough to be plucky teens, which is common in Japanese anime, but they're old enough to be legal by Japanese legal standards. So they can do certain adult things like hook up, fan service, you know, things like that, but they're not old enough to drink or vote, but they're old enough to kill shit and to make out, yeah, or to get stripped in bikinis or bucket naked or stuff like that, or to get murdered.
ちやかましい先輩がいないってのはありがたいね。なんだこの状況。
Yeah, you just walked into some shit. But we'll see how it goes.
不安になってきたぞ。
こちらセルブ。おお、ご苦労さん。
あら、携帯用の通信端末。
Yep, they got cars and cell phones. Or what they call an orbital communicator. Some kind of shit.
実用化されているのか。
ああ、了解だ。
Yeah, I think that's my only gripe with some of these games. They take about hour to 3 hours just to get the game started, especially with NIS Falcom games, because like I said, you're going to get a lot of character development, so these games have a medium pace. They don't move pretty fast, but they don't move too slow. But you're going to have these moments where they have to set up everything, introduce the characters, purpose, character interactions. So these RPGs will have a heavy narrative focus.
この特務支援課がどんな仕事をするのか。これから素敵な場所でじっくりと体験させてやるよ。
Shoot. It would suck to have played this on the PSP, because I know the PSP, even on a fully charged battery, would only last you like 6 hours depending on the game. And if it's taking you 2 to 3 hours to just get the game going, man, that's half your battery life right there.
後始末とか言ってたな。
Granted, if I wasn't live streaming this, I'd probably skip through a lot of the dialogue. You know, I can read pretty fast, but since I'm live streaming, definitely want people to read the dialogue since it's not in English.
まさか資材を片付けろとか言うんじゃないだろう。
I don't know, I like the graphics. The graphics are solid. I was born, well, I was a kid during the Atari age. For anything over a pair of dots on the screen is going to look somewhat impressive to me. Beyond that door is the Geofront. Vast network of tunnels running underneath the Crossbell City. Wait, have I heard that before? Oh no! What? This again? With this, I went through this through Legends of Cold Steel 1. As soon as you got old school, as soon as they got all the members of the class together, like, oh, we're gonna put you through this little mission. We'll have you go through this dungeon as a tutorial for the battle system. I think that happened in Trails of Cold Steel 3 as well. You know, kind of have that old school Marvel Comics way of thinking where you can pick up well, back in the 80s and early 90s, you could pick up any Marvel book and they'll fill you in, try to get you familiar with what's going on, even though it's like how far it is in the story. You know, they try to get you caught up to speed. Yep, combat up skills and overall aptitude. I should have drunk some more tea or some coffee. Because this will probably take another 45 minutes to an hour to go through a dungeon. But let's see what this battle system do like.
なるほど。
実践テスト。ちょっと待ってください。
He's like, what the hell? I just got here. I don't have time to like settle in, get something to eat, you know, handle my living situation. Like, what the hell, man?
テストはともかく、どうして魔獣の徘徊する場所にわざわざ入る必要があるんですか?
Because you're the special support section. That's why. That's why you're going down there to kill monsters.
確かに普通は捜査官の仕事じゃないだろう。
Jeez.
だが特務支援課に所属するメンバーは話が別だ。詳しい説明は後だ。まずはこいつを受け取れ。
Sergey, give a handheld device to each. Are we getting our little... Yep. Would this be... Yep, a little orbment. Little things. Your little Power Rangers. You little handheld devices. Put your crystals in. Give you magic and all kinds of shit. Man, these games... Like I said, I never played all of them. Played a handful of them, but they do have a pattern of how these games begin. Oh, this is a 5th generation battle orbment. Ooh. She's like, if I must. Then you gotta put your quartz in there. Quartz of each type. That's nice. And what else? Hopefully we'll get weapons, some healing items. A geofront key. Come back to headquarters once you've taken care of the monsters. Basically, we got here. They're having us go clean out a basement. Probably gonna be monitoring us to see what we're capable of course. Probably have to face a boss near the end. Detective notebook. Combat notebook. Which events that happen throughout the game. Oh, check its content by selecting detective notebook after opening items from the camp menu by processing while on the field. Refer to the help menu to review tutorials. Combat notebook. Core section do request the data of each enemy you fight in the combat notebook. Use contents by selecting combat notebook under items or by pressing triangle plus right on the field. Okay.
今のところ捜査官としての正式な資格を持っているのはお前だけなんだ。そんじゃ任せたぞ。
Wow. I wonder how much they getting paid though.
押し付けられちまったな。
でも捜査官の資格を持っている人がいて心強いです。ロイルさん、よろしくお願いしますね。
いや、呼び捨てでいいよ。見たところ、年も近い。
そう？ちなみに私は
Oh, she's 18. So she's legal by American standards. Wow, she would be considered like, she was 7 years from now, she'll be considered, you know, old maid age if she isn't married by Japanese standards. Granted, that has changed. Oh, did he say he was 18 too? Completely blanked out and didn't read that part. Oh, he's 21. He's the oldest. Yeah, he's the adult of the group. He's old enough to vote and drink here in the States. He said, let's kick some ass together, guys. Okay, so Lloyd is 18. Okay, glad to have you two here. Oh my god, she is 14. So she's jailbait. She's the jailbait member of the team. Yep, she's as long as she looks. She's probably some kind of robot or android for all we know. Some kind of government clone experiment. Yeah. But then again, you should be a detective at age 18. What you talking about, Lloyd? Shoot. Shoot. We never had no 16-year-olds in the police force. You gotta be like, I don't know, here in the States, I think you gotta be a high school graduate and probably at least 18 years of age. You know, you go through police academy, about 6 months of training, they'll put you out there. So yeah, you can be about 18, but you're not gonna be no 18-year-old, you know, detective. You know, you gotta be a part of the police force for a number of years. You gotta go to specific training. So yeah. Oh, she hasn't graduated Sunday school. You know what we call Sunday school here in America? Church. Well, if you're Christian, Baptist Christian, well, that's what I was raised. That was Sunday school. That was church. Yep, she's some kind of weird bio-android chick. Like I said, she's pretty much Rei Ayanami. But Rei was like a clone. If you ever watch Evangelion, nah, I'm not gonna ruin it. Because you haven't watched it. Evangelion is like, I just watched it. I didn't go into the lore, but when you watch it again and then you actually read some of the lore and the information, you're like, man, okay, this show is more fucked up than I thought. It was more than your typical mech show, I'll tell you that much. I don't know so far, even though I'm only an hour and 5 minutes and going through all this, you know, exposition, talking. Like I already said in the intro, I knew what I was expecting because I played the other games. Never beat them, but played them. Like I said, about 30 to 45 hours between 3 games. But I like the old school graphic. It does have its charm. What is that? Like a weed whacker. Or one of those things you, like a thing like you used to clamp things that were too high to get. Oh, it's a mechanical staff? I guess she's our mage. No. I just got sent here. I thought I was going to be a part of the police force as a detective. But no, I came here in a special divisions group. And they're throwing me into a dungeon to fight monsters. On my technically, what should be training day. But, you know, they're throwing me to the wolves, man. I haven't had time to eat. You know, go to my pad and get settled. Nope. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Tio. Yeah, exactly. He's like, hold on, let me get this straight. Yes, she's going to fight monsters with a staff. She said he's slow. Yeah, she's definitely like Rei Ayanami. Yep, another common trope. The main protagonist will either get into it with either an overconfident, bitchy female character. It happened when I played the first Trails of Cold Steel, and it happened when I played 3. Yeah, Japanese, they love their archetypes in these type of games. They a lot of anime JRPG cliches as far as character archetypes. I wish someone would break the mode and have the male protagonist be like, F you bitch, why you give me lip, you know? A lot of these guys are kind of goody two-shoes. Early on, they let the women walk all over them until the main male protagonist proves how much of a badass he is, and then the girls be like, hey, he's kind of a badass, I think I like him. Then they start to crush on him, and so on and so on. But the male character is pretty dense, and he won't know the girls are trying to get with him unless they make it painfully obvious they're trying to use the girls trying to get rid of him. Oh my god. Yeah, I know I'm just rambling, but I'm trying to stay awake here. I was only going to play this game for an hour. It's been over an hour. And I still haven't had my first fight yet. You didn't offend her, she was just being a smart ass. Yeah, see, she even admitted she was just being a bitch. It's like, your reaction was justified given the information currently available to you. You got the police pawns, but Tonfas. You do get a character in Trails of Cold Steel 3 that have similar weapons, except hers have guns attached to the end of them. Yep, Tonfas, Eastern weapon. Oh, she got gats. She got guns. Oh, she's a marksman, huh? What is that? Is that like a glaive, an axe? Oh, halberd, yeah. So, are they on Earth? Because how do they know about the Middle Ages? They got cars, they got guns. All right. Yep, you got a mage. I think Lloyd might be the tank. And Ellie DPS in terms of speed and attacks, and then you got your heavy damage dealer, and you got Tio as your mage. Man, how long we been out here talking? We need to go through this damn dungeon. Oh my god. Still, now they gotta explain how these things work. Might as well. Orb generate various phenomena. Simple lighting, cooling, heat systems, and power cars. All of them require energy output by orbments. A small portable orbment that is specifically designed to be used in combat. Received by the newest models, which were developed by the Epstein Foundation. Like its predecessors, it functions by drawing power from crystal circuits called quartz. Quartz are created by processing septium fragments known as sepith. Once made, they can be placed into the actual orbits. Did Chief Sergey hand you some before he left, Tio? Indeed, all we have to do is set them into slots in our orbits. Combination of quartz will determine which orbital arts are available to the user. Effective than melee attacks depending on the monster. While we should properly configure our orbits before tackling Geofoot. Even the Bracer Guild and Guardian Force use them. No reason why we shouldn't, eh? One more thing. Vital orbits are fine-tuned to each individual user, meaning that the circuit layout varies from person to person, of course. So we trick it to sports with specific elemental attributes. The separate lines may differ as well. You can compare the differences in our orbits another time. Whew, okay, so we sped through that one. Stop asking more questions. Oh, what is this new function? Oh my god, they've been out here talking for roughly like oh, probably an hour before they even get in that damn dungeon. I'm not gonna lie, I have a writing style similar to this, but I probably wouldn't just tell all this stuff. I would probably add on to it, explain everything during when you're in the dungeon and outside the dungeon. Alright. I got a trophy. Ooh, various features after clearing the game. Okay. Select the report and on the system menu on the cat menu. Alright, let's put our quartz in here. So defense raises up his defense. Attack, evade. I'm gonna go defense for him. For her. Oh, she can only do evade. Interesting. So your main character, you can pick anyone. So HP for her because she couldn't do attack. Alrighty, that's interesting. Forte, Firebolt, Tear, Icicle Edge, Sparkle, Crest, and Stone Pipe. Alright, let me bust a save. And with that, I am going to call it a night because I am tired. I am actually sleepy. I didn't think it would take this long for this game to get started, but I am not surprised. A lot of the Legend of Cold Steel, Trails, whatever, Legend of games, like I said, a lot of world building, a lot of character building. They are a medium-paced RPG. So I'm going to end it here. If you like what you saw, let me know in the comments. I might come back to do another live stream. Usually my JRPG live streams don't get a lot of attention. People come for my wrestling, my fighting game videos, maybe, you know, my Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball rants. Once in a while they'll stick around for maybe some Cyberpunk and stuff like that, but yeah, my RPG playthroughs don't get a lot of love on this channel. But if you like what you're seeing, let me know in the comments. For those of you guys who've been watching, thanks for watching. For those of you guys who watch later, thanks for watching as well. Y'all stay safe and God bless.